Hello everyone. Let us solve the definition in continuation with the previous definition, that is to read a number and find the occurrence of that number in all the numbers in the given range. So I will need to first read the range. So the lower limit number is read in txt1, the upper limit number is read in txt2, and the digit that I'm searching for is read in the third text box. And we have to look for this digit in all those numbers and print only those numbers where it is occurring. So as with the previous coding, some of the code has been picked from the previous video. I'll give a link somewhere in the video. So check that out before you come to this video. So now the first text box value is copied in A1 and converted into number in B1. Same goes with second one. So the upper limits and the lower limits are copied in B1 and B2. Now the digit which we are searching for is copied in the variable A3 and it is not converted into a number because we are going to use it as a string and we are actually going to use the regular expression, that is pattern matching, in this code. So the first thing we are doing here is checking. So if after the conversion, if B1 is converted into NaN or B2 is converted into NaN, that means the conversion has failed. That means the inputs in text box 1 or 2 are not correct. Also, if B1 is greater than B2, that is the lower limit is greater than the upper limit, then also we are going to throw an error. And we are actually not interested in using the negative numbers, so we are eliminating the possibility of B1 or B2 being negative. So in either of these cases, we're going to come out with the output saying that there is wrong input. Otherwise, that means if all the conditions are favorable, then we are going to go ahead and do the second check. So now the second check is that I am interested only in integer values. So we will convert the numbers that we have in B1 and B2 into N1 and N2, which would hopefully be containing the integers. And we are going to write our second check condition, that the number which is there in B1 is an integer number and the number in B2 is also an integer number, and whatever character we have entered in A3 is actually a digit character. So we're going with a digit validation of 0 to 9. If this is the case, then we would do our actual coding. If not, then we will simply display a message saying, no, something is invalid. So now, if the numbers are integers and the digit entered is an single digit and they are all positives and they are the lower limit is less than the upper limit, then we are in a favorable situation. So here is where we are going to do the regular expression validation. Now, as with the earlier videos, we will not display each number independently. So we'll concatenate and create one single output. So for that, I'm using num as an empty string. And whenever we come across a number which is favorable, we will concatenate it with this number. So now we want to create a pattern that we will test against each of the numbers. So for this, let pattern contain the character which is there in A3. Okay, now we will actually build the regular expression. So to create a regular expression object, let's say pattern 1 is the object. So we use the regexp object and we will pass in the pattern which is there in A3. So if you have, supposing the user has entered digit 0, then 0 is used as the pattern that we are going to search for, and we are converting that 0 into a pattern so that we can use the test method on the string using this pattern. So once this is done, we have the pattern available in say pat1. So now we will create a for loop. We will go from the lower limit to up to the upper limit, and at every stage we will check the number that we are at against the pattern. So we'll simply add a for loop here. So we'll start with b1. So till it does not reach the upper limit, we will keep incrementing, and with every value of I, we're going to do some logic. That is the pattern matching logic. So for this, uh, let us first define, okay, we'll take the value of found as false. But then again, okay, so the moment we find the found, we are going to do some logic and we are going to generate the output. So numbers, and we are going to print the value of the variable, which would be containing the list of all the numbers where this digit character was occurring. So we are going to use in the found, and we will use now the pattern testing operator. So on the pattern which is there in pat1, I'm going to test it against the number which is stored in I. So found should contain a true or a false. So we will just check if it is found, then I'm going to simply concatenate it with a space and then the value of I. So this is the logic. The whole concept here focuses on building the regular expression from an input which is provided by the user and using that pattern against the numbers that you have in the variable I. So let us try and execute this and see how it works. So okay, this is let me enter 100 to up to 120, and I am looking for the string 3. So I should get 103, 113. So if I extend this to 200 and say I'm entering the value as 5, it is supposed to be a single character that we are searching for. So 5, all the numbers from 100 to up to 200 which contain the digit 5 either once, twice, or thrice. We have not controlled how many times. We have just checked whether it is there or not. So you can see I'm getting a 155 here. Had I entered 1000, I would actually get 555, which contains all digits as fives, right? So that is the output that would be generated. Every number contains the digit 5, either once, twice, or thrice. So go ahead and try this definition, and I'll catch you in the next definition with one more solution to the same problem definition.